Stadium in Miami, Florida. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And here we go from Miami. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Second and 6 coming up here. Hurts now from the gun. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Hurts throwing again. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Dolphins will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense. That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Throwing again. Here's Tua. Ferguson there to bring it in. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Jacoby Dean in on the tackle. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. He's going deep this time. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And he calls for the fair catch and is there to collect it. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Eagles will take possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On 1st down, Hurts. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb. Working quickly here. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He's got it to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. First down throwing for Hurts. That's into the hands of Barkley. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Philadelphia first down. On the play fake, it's Hurts. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Another try following the sack. Buying some time right. Brought in by Chase near the sideline. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 25-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Hurts now on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Escapes the... And after all that, he still can't get rid of it. They get there and drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. Trying again, following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Cut at the 10-yard line. And he takes this down to the 10 before hitting the sideline. Less than a yard needed here on 4th. On 4th down, Hurts. This one's caught. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4th. Working quickly here. They're going to run with Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Only a couple of yards on the run, and that brings us to the end of quarter number 1. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles get the game's first points here in the second. An extra point up and good by Elliott. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
All right, come on. East right, no. Out.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
What a great opportunity for him. You can almost feel that bounce in his step. Facing a southpaw, and he gets to rush the blind side. Well, anytime he beats that right tackle, it just comes down to his closing speed and his finishing ability at the quarterback.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. 2 now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. On now comes their punter. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Completes this one to Chase. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Offense up to the line fast. Hurts setting up to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. That one's out and cut on the right side. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Hey, 73.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Throwing deep for the end zone. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Tua off the play fake. To the left side, it's pulled in by Waddle. And he crosses midfield before going out. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Short pass brought in. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. 4th down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. This is a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Don't touch that.
Hurts now from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Right here. Ready, set.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time.
Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked on a guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up. Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
He's got Devontae Smith. And he's out of bounds just before reaching the 30. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They're going play action. Goddard makes the catch. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Kenny Moore there to make the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Hurts throwing again. He's got time here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It goes to the hurry-up offense here. Now Hurts on 3rd and long. Again he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Eagles are in punt formation. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. And he drives it towards the other end of the field. And that return comes to an end as they touch him down.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
1st down, ball at the 36.
Ready.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
Go ahead.
That's good for a Dolphins.
From the red zone now. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again. Here's Tua. He's on the move. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. that inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Intercepted by the Eagles. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final time out here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Running back sent in motion. On 1st down, Hurts. This one taken in by Chase. And he gets them a fraction more breathing room out to the 3-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing from near his own goal line. That's into the hands of Barkley. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw. Connects with the open man downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. So flip the field, folks. It's 1st and 10 inside of enemy territory now. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? So it's 2nd down coming up. Hurts to throw. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with a penalty. So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. The kick by Hopkins is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. He fields it from the 8. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Returns looking good so far. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Ready.
2nd and 6.
From the 42. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He lofts it deep left. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now Hurts. Stays in the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Escapes, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Offense in the hurry up here. Trying again, following the sack. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. Throwing here, Hurts. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Devon Holland comes up with it. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
Stinger.
Tagovailoa from his end zone. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. So it'll be 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Ready.
Throwing again from their own end zone now. On target to Waddle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Trying to pick it up here with Achane. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You felt it the second this play bounced toward the outside, this defense responded. They pounced. That was their chance to get to him before he could get the couple inches he needed for a first down.
And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So after we saw 4th down last snap, now we've got 1st and goal. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And they pick him off again. Kenny Moore with the pick. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his second interception of the season. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Ferguson's got it, complete. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Keely Ringo making the play. Second down now, 7 to go.
Come on, 2. Out.
From the 37. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Get set. Out.
Tua now from the gun. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. Here's Tua again. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal. Trying to run it in, Achane. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect.
And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. Okay, Brock, I think the official double and then triple check this with their coach. But yes, they are indeed choosing to decline the penalty and letting that touchdown stand.
Kate, if there is ever a moment that defies all explanation on the football field, that may be it.
Sanders all set to send it away. Has this at the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1. Working quickly here. Here we go, 2nd and 9. He put some juice on a deep. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Offense up to the line fast. First down throwing for Hurts. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He fires one deep down the middle. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Hurts now from the gun. Able to get it to Barkley. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the 4th. Second and 3 now. They'll stick with Achane. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
4th and 3, drive on the line. Tua out of the pistol. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
They're right here.
1st down, here's Tua. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw. It changed its direction.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled for a short gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
That's taken on the 7. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. No return on that punt. And the Eagles will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Finds his man Chase. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
On 1st down, Hurts. Here's a loft deep down the middle. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Hurts throwing again. He throws a bullet to the center of the... Brought in inside the 20. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
The play fake now hurts to throw. A throw right side, caught by... Oh, he lost the football! And the Dolphins got it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
All right, fellas, listen up.
First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Ferguson there to bring it in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Tagovailoa on first down. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. So second down coming up.
Let's go. Go ahead. Out.
Throwing again. Here's Tua. Short pass brought in. He pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space.
Risky throw, and it's intercepted. Cooper to Jean in to pick it up. And the Eagles get the football back with great field position there at the 36. They're out and set, first and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And it sets up second down.
Hey, 73, 73.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Rolling left, buying some time. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. Looking to throw. They did it! He made the interception! And the Dolphins have some new life in the fourth. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Tua now from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He lobs it deep middle. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Go ahead. Get on.
Back to throw it. Yet another interception, and that could be what does it. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. They send the tight end in motion. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. While still throwing, and this is intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Back to throw. The throw to the right finds Waddle. And he gets it up across the 30 before going out. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They've got first down from the 31.
Turbo 3, kick. Turbo 1. Solo left Zion. Hey, turbo 1.
Here he is to throw. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And he takes this down after crossing the 45. New set of downs for him from the 46. Setting up to pass. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And they jump on top of it. Ooh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game. 2nd and 6 coming up here. He'll look to throw it. He finds the rookie from Ohio State. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be first down, Miami. To the air yet again, Tagovailoa. Called in by Waddle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Dolphins, first down.
32 stay.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, a give to A-Chain. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. A-Chan will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw it. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
21G. TX.
Now to throw. And he brings it in. Touchdown. And a big decision coming up for him now. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. Sanders all set to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And he's got a free play here. He's trying to go deep again. It's incomplete, but good awareness. They saw him jump, shot it deep. Now we're going to get this call. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. Now, a great way for the offense to start the drive, Brock. A free 5 yards, and now a much shorter 1st down. And the catch is made, but he's out of bounds. Oh, wait a second, but there's a penalty on the play. Not sure he knew he went out of bounds before he made a play on that ball, Brock, but he was the first to touch it coming back in, and that's going to get the penalty. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Tight end going in motion here. And he makes the wait. No, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Throwing now. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Able to get it to Barkley.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. This game now resting on the leg of Jake Elliott. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. It has the distance, and it's on target. It's good! So the Eagles will fly out of here.